So we come down to the Cuyahoga quite a bit just when the lake is too rough to go out there. So our preference is to be on Lake Erie when we can. But the last probably 2 or 3 times that we've gone out, it's been almost 3-foot waves, which makes it very challenging to stay on our paddleboard. So a lot of times during the week we'll come down here instead just because it's easy, it's 15 minutes from home, and so we normally go this way, and so we head out to the lake, and today was the first time that we went and headed towards Scranton today.
So how long have you been paddleboarding?
So probably like 7 or 8 years maybe.
Yeah, maybe not quite as long for me, maybe like 5.
But this is the first year that we bought our own boards.
Yeah.
So in the past, when we've paddleboarded, we've rented them, or the Nalu, they do like their Thursday paddle and pints, and so we've participated in that before. But when everything happened with COVID, it was something that I had been considering doing anyways for a really long time, and then all of a sudden we had nothing to do. We're inside all the time, and this is a great social distancing activity because you're able to be on the water and easily be away from everybody else. So it's super great. And we bought the boards. We've had them since April or May. So
Probably May.
But we have a whole spreadsheet where we keep track of all the paddles that we do throughout Ohio. So it's been kind of nice. We have like a list of places we want to go and then new places that we're checking out. And so we've probably been to like 13 so far.
Yeah.
So we do like the Cuyahoga because it's close, but we've actually gone out to the Black River, to the Vermilion River. We've done Wallace Lake, Hinkley Lake, the lake at Punderson State Park. And so we've been getting all... Yeah, so we've been getting out all over.
The East 55th Marina.
Okay, so somebody's looking at this and they go, man, that's a great idea. Of course, it's hard to get a kayak or a paddleboard right now because everybody's so slammed along with bike shops. But what are the tips that you'd say for a first timer thinking about getting out there and trying to do it?
I think people are always scared of the paddleboards and they think they require a ton of balance, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's easier than kayaking, and I think people should try it.
I would definitely recommend that people who haven't done it before to either go on an enclosed lake or do the river, simply because they're not going to have to contend with the waves. And honestly, it gets a bit intimidating sometimes when we're out there with the boat traffic. So it's nice because we'll go like from Wendy Park over to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that's a nice paddle, but there's so many boats sometimes, and then you get the wakes, you're then like trying to surf almost. But yeah, for somebody who hasn't tried it before, I definitely, before investing in one, I'd recommend just renting them. There's so many places that you can do that. Like over at the Emerald Necklace, they have that Latitude 41. I think at Fairport Harbor, they have a place that you can rent them. Hinkley Lake. I mean, all over, they have places to rent them. So make sure you actually like it before you invest in one.
So any moments that you thought, hey, only on a paddleboard would I have seen this or experienced this? I mean, any moments that you just go, man, that was cool?
I mean, I would just say, like, every time that we go out, it's something different and unique. Like, honestly, today was a great example. You know, this beautiful sunset, and so you're out on the water and you get all these crazy reflections of the bridges in the water, so you just get to see things from a slightly different perspective.
So last time we were on the Cuyahoga, we were coming back from the lake, and there was a giant freighter coming through here doing the 32-point turn to get around this curve. So it was just fun to even, watch such a large vessel going through this doesn't look very wide with that big vessel in it.
And you got to kind of you have to stay behind them over to the side, so you definitely don't want to get stuck by a freighter, but it's pretty amazing to see them up. A lot of times, when we're in mid-paddle, we'll just lay down on our boards, so you're looking up at the sky, and it's just relaxing and nice, so I think it just gives you a different perspective. Plus, it's an inexpensive way to be out on the water, and since we live in a place where we have this beautiful lake and everything, it's a nice option to have.
A lot of people outside of Cleveland sometimes forget that it's a waterfront city.
Yes.
And it's like you got a big old lake and a river right in the heart of it.
And that's why I think the paddle boards have been so great, because while it feels like there's nothing to really do right now, that's not the case. We're rediscovering parts of Ohio that I haven't been either since I was a kid or never. I mean, we're driving to different places. Never was on the Vermilion River ever. Yeah. And I've lived here my entire life.
I'd never even heard of Black River in Lorain, and it was gorgeous. And there's a bunch of marinas out there.
Yeah.
And then Vermilion River, there are all these canals with the marinas and the beautiful houses. So just cool perspective.
Yeah.